All right, Hunter. I'm glad to see you getting getting back into the swing of things, and wanted to get this video to you. Definitely like the way you're using your lower half. I just would like to see your hips be more into the center of your body. See how they're kind of drifting towards your front foot. And what you need to do is you just, when you do come down, is make sure you're getting that knee straight underneath your hips. And just, like I was saying the other day, if you look at your right foot, it never really comes forward. It just kind of rotates. And your hip comes forward, your right hip comes forward, but not really your knee like we were talking. Like your knee, your right knee will get closer to your left knee. And, you'll kind of go onto your toe instead of just squishing back there. It'll come forward. It'll ride forward. I've got a little bit of a clip. I have a clip for you on here in between when we changed from this position to the camera behind you, of Steven, kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about, and I showed it to you the other night. But I really want that knee to come forward more. You'll have to, it'll work on your timing a little bit, but you'll need to do this again, and don't think about it during the game at all, period. Just keep working on your hand-eye coordination. All this will work out. This is a motor skill that's with your legs. If you look at when his right heel comes down, his left knee comes under him and goes towards the pitcher. And then it continues to rotate over. And you can just see his body kind of shifting towards the pitcher. Yours, in many cases, kind of goes and leans towards the third base dugout. And, you do have a violent hip rotation, which I'm not trying to take you away from that at all. I just don't want it to be true. I want you to have more momentum going towards the pitcher. I think you need to raise your foot up when my hand's right there, because you're kind of waiting there a long time. It's just you're raising it up just a little too soon. So when you start sucking in your air and you lift that leg up and you start holding your breath, and what I'm talking about is, if I get to this point right here and I suck it in, and that's about what you did on this one. So you're not consistent with when you do it, but when you make contact, you've held your breath, and at contact you let the air out, just like a pressure valve. Suck it in, hold it, and then you're exploding. Okay, and you see on that outside pitch right there how far your elbow was away from your torso, because your hips are shooting away from the plate. And I'd rather your hips and your legs be going more towards the direction where you're hitting the ball. It's the idea of following the ball. We've talked about that before, and we'll work on this a little bit more. I hope you have a good week, buddy.